Wasn't that cool? Wasn't that cool? So officially with my favorite opening shot of Chicago, everyone, welcome to my city, welcome to Chicago. Kind of a cool layered view of the city. So here's what we're gonna do. Once you've lined up your shot, feel free to carefully stand up in your spot, take your picture, but then please have a seat so that we are not all in each other's pictures. Behind the Apple store on the right, the building with the waving American flag and flying buttresses up there, that's a lot of people's favorite. That's my dad's personal favorite. It was built in 1925. It's called the Tribune Tower, designed by Howells and Hood. It's an old newspaper headquarters that is nowadays some of the most expensive condos in an already very expensive neighborhood, Streeterville. But I would call that style an Art Deco cake with French Gothic Revival frosting. Why French Gothic Revival frosting? Well, because the specific inspiration for the building's award-winning design was a 15th century Gothic church in Rouen in France. If you're curious about it, ask me at the end of the tour to tell you the story. In the city of Chicago. They're called the St. Regis, named after the hotel that takes up the first 11 floors. Beyond that is condos, a couple of beautiful restaurants inside as well. Now, as we dip into the shade of it, but in all this space, there's a house. Can you imagine it? There's a house, and it's got a couple of trees, it's got a little barn, there's even a canoe in the river so the guy can get around. You would be looking at the house that was built and lived in by the first person who was not from here. 1971, that's the old IBM building. And it's actually a Chicago landmark. 1971 is kind of young to be a landmark, but it's got landmark status because it's the very last one that was designed by a world-famous German architect, Ludwig Mies. Our bus driver was going over this bridge. The bus driver thought it would be a great time to dump out the toilet from the bus into the river. Oh no, it gets better than that, because exactly at that moment, just like right now, there was an entire boatload of people going right underneath. Now, directly after that, we have an old railroad bridge. Feels like, because I sure do. How do you get attention for yourself? You strap a huge drum of 2,000 fluorescent light bulbs to your head and you light it up at night, and it kind of looks like a cake. So we tend to call this pink building the wedding cake building or the birthday cake building, but take a look from this angle, we can actually see underneath. The taller the building, the deeper the stilts have to go. Sears Tower goes down to bedrock level. But sometimes, there's too many train tracks crisscrossing under a building. They have to figure out some other way to hold up the